Hello, hello, welcome back. I'm Claire, this is Purple Poppy, and as you can see I'm still working on the December panel for my Just Because quilt. Now I think you saw the holly, excuse me, the holly bunch, the pine, and I think I did the gold Mary with you. Well, I've since done the Christmas in red, the holly around that, and I've done the little candle in the sprigs of Christmas tree. So now we need to work on these. Now I have actually been working in a hoop this time round, which is very strange for me. I don't usually work in a hoop, and I thought we would introduce a bit more colour now. I think Snowman is next. I'm going to have to obviously do his broom without the hoop, but we're definitely going to do the majority of him in the hoop. So I thought I'd introduce a bit more colour. We've got the orange in the candle flame, so I thought I'd give him a nice orange scarf. I'm going to give him, I'm not sure, I think this is navy rather than black. Give him a navy hat. He's obviously going to be in this creamy white, and then when I get to his broom I'll obviously do that in browns. So I'm just going to tighten this up a little bit. How are you all? How are you getting on with your quilts? Are you even quilting at the moment, or are you up to your eyes in Christmas? Lots going on in my world. I think I've shared with you several times before that December is super busy for us. We have 2 birthdays, my and hubby's wedding anniversary, and obviously Christmas itself and everything that Christmas entails. So busy old month, but I'm still managing to get plenty of crafting done. I doubt you'll have seen the picture yet, but I'm embarking on knitting socks. Now it's something I have never ever done before, and I decided that it was time I started to do some crafts that I've not done before. I mean, a few years ago I'd not done any real stitching, so, and now I seem to stitch every day. So yeah, I've got some wool. I already had some circular needles from, because I must start off by saying, I suppose, I am a knitter. I've knitted for years and years and years, all sorts of things. So knitting is not new to me. I'm not going in that blind. But I've only ever really knitted sort of standard 2 needle things, jumpers. Oh, we've got a knot. So what's new? We've always got a knot, haven't we? There you go. Jumpers, cardigans, you know, scarves, that kind of thing. Well, it's quite hard to see this white, isn't it? Goodness me, Claire. Are you sure this is what you want to be doing? What is stopping this from coming through? There is actually a knot in the thread. That's what it is, look. No, that's not going to work. Right, we're going to snip that off. We're going to start again, as you've seen me do many times before. Sorry, what was I saying? Yeah, I am a knitter. I've knitted for many years, but only ever standard things with 2 needles. So I saw K3N a little while ago was knitting some socks, And only last week, Anne Brooke from Handmade was right, let's try this again. I'm going to start over here, so I'm not going in to those holes I've already created. She was wearing a pair of handmade socks that somebody had kindly forwarded to her in Happy Mail. So I thought, do you know what? There's 2 people now telling me I should be having a go. So, as I was saying, I've already got circular needles from my knitting. So I bought some lovely 4-ply wool, and I have begun the sock route. I don't know if it's going to work or if it's going to be a complete disaster, but we'll see what happens. I've got the eldest grandchildren are doing their school Christmas play tomorrow, so I'm off to see that. It's also my youngest daughter's birthday, and they're her children, so that works out quite nicely. Don't usually get to see her on her birthday because she's usually at work. And then just normal stuff here for the rest of the week. I've bullied hubby in that I feel like at the weekend I need to go to something Christmassy, Christmas market or a Christmas craft fair, something like that. I need to get a bit more Christmas into me. It's just how I'm feeling. So we're going to do something like that at the weekend, I think. And then the following Monday, my youngest granddaughter's got her school Christmas play. So we're really like motoring on into it now. Lots of stuff's going on. This is actually quite a nice colour white, as it happens. It is a sheepies, and for anybody that wants to know, this is number 130. It's almost an off creamy white. It's nice. Look, Claire, stop doing those giant stitches. I can't help myself. I'm a nightmare, aren't I? Thread that's too long and stitches that are way too big. That's what I'm going to be known for, isn't it? Now, I did foolishly discard the images that I used for this, and I'm just sitting here wondering what on earth that is. I'm guessing it's supposed to be his arm, so can't believe that I've been good this month and not gone super racing ahead like I did in the other 2 months. I suppose it's because I've been so busy doing other stuff, and I did do the Christmas one in between, didn't I, which meant I didn't fiddle with this one. Also, obviously I've had time off, haven't I? And now I've got my socks to keep me busy. I've also decided to join in with Kate in the Nest, because I saw the release at the weekend of what the Roxy's girls are going to be doing. I mean, this is obviously not Roxy girls, this is Corinne. And I don't know what Corinne's going to be doing next year. She hasn't let us know yet. But the Roxy girls are doing like a wall picture, not woolen, but picture for the wall. A tablescape, they're calling it, I think. It's not for me. I don't have that much wall space. B, I feel like having done the 3 quilts, because I'm doing this one with Corinne. I did the Christmas one. I just finished my red, blue and white one, my original scrappy quilt. I feel like having done the 3 quilts, I'm not really into, you know, doing a big piece necessarily. So I'm not going to do Roxy's Journal of Stitchery in 2025. Well, not the first one. Obviously the girls will, it only runs 6 months, so there will be like a winter edition, and I may join in that, but I'm not going to join in the initial one. So I decided to join Kate instead, and Kate is doing pouches. So she's doing a pouch a month, if you've not heard about it yet. I must stop wrapping this round here. She's doing a pouch a month with prompts, and she was talking about, you'll have to go and watch her video and see, but she was talking about whether the pouch is to fly, i.e. it's going to be given to somebody or swapped with somebody, or whether it's for a pouch for fun. And one of the ladies in her Facebook group did comment that she was going to be working on the journal that K3M was doing, and it might be a nice idea to make a pouch for that journal. And I did say to that lady straight away, that's a fabulous idea, and I think I am also going to do that. You may have seen on Instagram, I did put a picture up. I've started working on my base for that, which really starts in January. But if you remember last year in Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, we did boxes, and I did a quilted top box to put in a present that I'd bought for a friend, and I used the beads and some very thick like wadding to use to get the depth of the like buttoning. So I decided I wanted to do that again. So what I've done, I don't want to show you yet, but you may have seen it on Instagram. I joined a load of small tea and coffee stained pieces together, like you've seen me do before, with visible stitching in a variegated thread. So you've got a lovely mismatch of pieces to make the base. And then I'm sorry, you can probably hear I'm a little bit coldy. Hubby and I both got a bit of a cold, probably because of spending time with the grandchildren. They bring all sorts of delights home from school, don't they? So yeah, I've sewn all the little scrappy pieces together, and I'm just making sure I followed that line properly. So I've joined them all together with that lovely sort of visible toffee coloured thread, and now I put the wadding in, and I've sewn some black beads in to make the like buttoning. So the flap of my pouch is going to be buttoned, and I think the theme of my pouch is like rags to riches, if you like. So I've got like all of the little pieces sewn together to make a big piece, and then I've I've buttoned the top with the black beads, and I'm hoping that's going to give me this like rags to riches feel. That's the plan anyway. Who knows if that's where it's actually gonna go. You know what I'm like, probably change my mind before I actually get there. So this is obviously his hand holding on to the handle of the broom. Sorry, I jump subjects all over the place, don't I? And now we need to build up his arm at the back there. You might be able to hear hubby coughing in the background. We've both got this dry cough, as I say. I believe it's from the grandchildren. Love them to bits. Fortunately, we're both generally healthy people, so it's not going to be like a major problem. We should clear it, you know, in 5 minutes. It's not like we're old and weak and it's going to turn into something nasty. Okay, and now I need to get this extra line. It's like a shadow of his arm here. So I just come through here, and then it looks like the white of him, oh no, apart from, no, the white of him is done, because oh no, look, got to do that bit of his belly, but I think I'm going to do that bit when I do his broom, when I take him off of the ring, just make life a bit easier. There we go. So that's that thread done. I hope I've been on screen. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's a bit late now, isn't it? So I think now I'm going to do his lovely bright orange scarf. Then I'll do his navy blue hat. Now this, if you're interested, again, is a Sheepy's 386. So we get his lovely scarf done. So this is Friday the 13th, I think. Oh, goodness me. So then the following Friday will be the 20th. And then the following Friday will be the 27th. So yes, we are going to definitely get this finished before we go into January. That's fine. So oh, it's a lovely colour, isn't it? Brightens it right up. It's the only trouble with the snowman, of course, because it's all sort of white, you really need to build a bit of bright in there. Sorry, I feel like I'm talked out. This is where if I was a little bit more techno, I'd add some music for you to listen to while I stitched. I really ought to consider getting some techno lessons from someone so that I could do things like that. Which reminds me, I meant to speak to Karen, Junk Journal Geek, because there was a conversation a little while ago about whether or not having a front page to your video made a difference to views, and I know she was saying she was gonna test it out. I meant to ask her. Now when I tested it out, I didn't find it made any difference to the number of views to my videos. You know, like the front screenshot of the finished item or the description of the video didn't make any difference to my views. So as it's a whole another level of work and something I don't really understand, once I decided that it had made no difference to the viewing numbers, I stopped doing it. So I meant to ask her if she'd noticed a difference. See, I really am waffling now. Oh, I love the bright orange scarf. Yes, very nice indeed. Not particularly Christmassy, but traditionally, you know, you would make your snowman out of whatever you had available. So if what you owned was an orange scarf was what the snowman got. And I don't know why, because we didn't build many snowmen as children for some reason. I mean, when we were kids, funny enough, something hubby and I were talking about earlier today, how we don't really get snow anymore, not like we used to when we were kids. But whenever we did, for some reason, he was always called Bertie. Bertie the snowman. Crazy, isn't it? There we go. Look, he looks lovely. So I'm just going to jump over here and get the other side of his scarf. Oops. And of course, well, as always, I'm filming ahead, so it hasn't happened yet, even though you're watching this on Friday. But Wednesday, because it's actually Tuesday today, so tomorrow, which probably makes more sense now, of me saying tomorrow earlier about the children's Christmas plays, because you'd have thought that was a Saturday. Bearing in mind you're watching it on Friday. Oh, see, I'm wafting away and I don't know what I was saying. Totally gone. Oh, of course tomorrow there will be, I believe, the last journal stitchery prompts to get our books finished. So Sunday's video should be the start of that last prompt. So, oh no, I did them as one, didn't I? Okay, we'll do them as one because they're flappy strands. So yeah, so it's all going on. But it's also a time of finishing, isn't it? You know, lots of projects are finishing. I've just done the very last of my year-long sewing project with Anne Brooke. So all my mini masterpieces are now done. I have to see, because I need to find wall space for them as well, which is another reason why I can't do that big piece with the girls. I need to get that on the wall as well. So, well, there's 12 individual little canvases of stitching. So I've decided not to do it again for 2025. No reason, nothing against Dan. She's a great teacher. But I'm trying, as I said earlier with the socks, trying to do different things. And I've done that now. So I'm going to have a go at these socks. I did think I might look at Sherry Orris's Patreon page or group, whatever you call it, because she does a lot of lovely stitchery and stitchery kits and sock yarn, as it happens. So yeah, there was another sort of step into doing my socks, wasn't it? Right, get his scarf is now finished. It's cute. So pull that through. We'll get some navy on and do his hat, and then I think I'll probably leave you and I'll pull off and do the broom, you know, pull it off the hoop, do the broom and that. Yeah, this is definitely navy. Again, it's a sheepies, and this is 124. And then obviously I'll show you that next time when we do the stocking. Sorry about the hooting. And the revving. Goodness me, people are lazy. Right, let's get this hat done. Stop being a moany old woman, Claire. Right. Does look almost black. It is a very, very dark navy. Well, that's the wind again. I see I did start doing the vintage stitching with Christine from Create and Craft with Christine, but she seems to have stopped doing that. I don't know if she just stopped for Christmas or if she stopped. I'll have to try and investigate that, because yeah, I was enjoying that. That's where I did that lovely milk jug with the birds on. Anyway, so then I'm gonna come in there and do this side of the upright of his hat. Very unconventional stitcher, if you hadn't already realised that. I'm sure real stitchers get totally frustrated. What are you doing, woman? Why are you doing it like that? Well, it's what I do. Okay, so then I'm going to come up here and do that line, preferably without a knot clear, and then that much shorter one, and then we've got this large one. I can feel it getting baggy now. Could do with a bit of a tighten up. There we go. Back in there. And then that one. I love the sound it makes. Do you love the sound it makes when it's tight? When you... I love that sound. Oh, stab my finger behind. That's not good, is it? At least I'm not bleeding this time. And then this line here to indicate the depth of the hat. There you go. That's his hat done. It's lovely. I'm going to cheat now, I think. And I'm going to take that same thread while I've got it here and just give him some eyes. I've got the thread on the needle. I might as well. There you go. One. I think that's his eyes. Yep. And then might as well do his nose as well while we're here. And then we'll be able to get rid of this thread. So here's his nose. And then we give him this little smiley face. There we go. There's a snowman. So we'll just get rid of our end. Just make sure I haven't gone through to the other side. Give that a trim. Pop out the frame off. And there you go. There's our little snowman. And as I say, I'll finish this bit off camera and you'll see it when we come back next time to do this. So as always, thank you so much for spending time with me today. Hope you found some joy and inspiration. Stay safe. I'll see you very soon. Ta-ta for now.